Hello guys, it is story time with Checkers here. So today I tell you guys about how I've been a Pokemon fan, how I've been a big Pokemon fan and how I've been collecting Pokemon. So if you're wondering who this Pokemon is, that's Vaporeon. It is a water type Pokemon, and yes, Vaporeon is one of my favorite evolutions that I like, along with Glaceon and Umbreon. But anyways, I thought I'd tell you all. So it was in 2007. My dad's friend Hannah came for a visit, and she showed a movie to my sister and I. She showed a Pokemon movie to me and my sister. She put on a movie. It was Pokemon: The Rise of Darkrai, where there was a lot of Pokemon on there, and of course that's when I started to like Pokemon. But my mom said like, "Oh, Pokemon is for boys," and then Hannah said that it can be for girls too. And of course, every time I would get interested with Pokemon, my mom would say like, "Oh, Pokemon is for boys." I said, "Mom, it doesn't matter." I said, "Mom, Pokemon can be for girls too. Like, boys and girls can like Pokemon. Like, it doesn't matter if one gender can like Pokemon or not. Like, anyone can like Pokemon, even if it's a male or female. Even if it's boys or girls. Like, anybody can like Pokemon." But anyways, I didn't start collecting Pokemon until 2008. It was in 2008 when I was like 10 or 11. I actually got my starter Pokemon. It was a Squirtle. So I actually got like a Squirtle plush, then I got Charizard, then I got Jolteon and Chansey. So unfortunately, I don't have them anymore. Well, for Charizard, I lost it at my old house, along with Chansey and Jolteon. But anyways, for some of the Pokemon, I still have the old Charizard, but I think it's left in the old house, so I don't have it anymore. But anyways, I've also been collecting Pokemon cards and figurines and plushies as well. So my favorite Pokemon, so there's starter Pokemon that I like. For the Kanto region, I like Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. So three of them are great, but the only one I like the best is Squirtle. Sorry about that, guys. That was the hamster. So Squirtle is my favorite Kanto starter Pokemon I like, but I still like Charmander and Bulbasaur as well. For the Johto region, my favorite starter Pokemon is Totodile, since I like crocodiles, and my dad, he likes gators, so Totodile actually reminds me of my father. Now, for the Hoenn region, my favorite starter is Trico. For the Sinnoh region, my favorite starter Pokemon is Turtwig. For the Unova region, my favorite starter is Snivy. For the for the Kalos region, my favorite starter is Froakie. For the Alola region, I like Rowlet. For the Galar region, I like Sobble. And for the Paldea region, I actually like um, Quaxley. So those are some starter Pokemon I like. Now for the Hisui region, for Pokemon Legends Arceus, my favorite starter Pokemon is Oshawott. And of course, for Pokemon Legends ZA, my favorite starter Pokemon is Totodile. But yeah, so I've been also collecting Pokemon cards as well. Like, I used to go to Target to get some Pokemon cards, but I stopped collecting Pokemon cards now because of the scalpers, which I really didn't like. And of course, I'm more into collecting the plushies and of course the figurines. So right now I collect Pokemon Sitting Cuties plush and of course Pokemon figurines as well. and I have Pokemon books as well. There's a couple of shows I've seen with Pokemon, like I've seen most of them except for Pokemon Horizons and Pokemon Journeys. Like the only ones I've been seeing a little bit is Pokemon Horizons. I've watched when I was growing up, I've watched like the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl saga, like pardon me. Anyways, I've watched Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Battle Dimension, Galactic Battles, Sinnoh Victors, Pokemon Black and White, Rival Destinies or Destinies I think, whatever that's pronounced, Adventures in Unova. I've also seen the Pokemon XY saga, which is I don't know a couple of the episode of the saga names, so forgive me for that. I've also watched the Pokemon Sun and Moon saga, but for Pokemon Journeys, I have no opinion. But anyways, for Pokemon Horizons, yes, I've seen some of them both Japanese and English. Like I've seen the Japanese versions and I've also seen the English versions as well a little bit. Like I've also watched it before on Disney Plus and Netflix, especially on YouTube as well. So I also remember the Pokemon memory was it was in 2016. So when I got money for my birthday, well, I was going on a trip with my class to the mall with my day program, and because I wasn't sure what to use my money for, my aide from my day program, she said, she was like, "Why don't you use it for our trip? Like, why don't you use it for something that you like?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's a good idea." So, anyways, my class and I we went to Hot Topic, which is a store at the mall, and there was like Pokemon stuff there. There was like figurines and plushies, and I fell in love with a stuffed animal. So there was like the Kanto starters. There was Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. So I couldn't decide on a starter, but then after thinking in my mind, I've also watched the video where there's babies who pick out their starter Pokemon, and of course dogs or cats that pick out starter Pokemon as well. I'm like, okay, so after doing some thinking, I'm like, ooh, Squirtle is so cute. So I decided to buy Squirtle. So I actually got Riley. So Riley is my Blastoise. I got her when she was a Squirtle, and then a few years later, I evolved her into a Wartortle, and then, of course, she's a Blastoise. So now Riley, my Blastoise, she's in the bathroom on my shelf with Charizard and Venusaur. Now, as for my starter Pokemon, um, for Charizard, I actually got him when he was a giant Charmander. So one day, my dad was coming home from a trip. He gave me a big giant Charmander plush, and of course, a few years later, I evolved Charmander into a Charmeleon, and then he evolved into a Charizard. And of course, I had Venusaur since she was a Bulbasaur, and then she became an Ivysaur, and she's a Venusaur. So I now collect the Pokemon Sitting Cuties plush, also known as Pokemon Fit. So I have a few people who like Pokemon as well, and I'm part of a Pokemon club. So I'm really happy about that. I've also have a Nintendo Switch, and I play Pokemon games as well. I play on my Nintendo Switch Lite. Sorry about that. So I have a Nintendo Switch Lite, and I play Pokemon games. I played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Shield, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Legends Yay, and Pokemon Unite. I've also played Pokemon games on my phone as well. For example, I play Pokemon Go, Pokemon Masters EX, and of course Pokemon Smile as well. Like I still play Pokemon Smile as well to help make brushing my teeth fun. So my favorite evolutions I like is Vaporeon, Glaceon, and of course Umbreon. So my family has Pokemon as well. My mom likes it. Her favorite Pokemon is Jigglypuff. My dad also has Pokemon as well, which is stuffed animals. So my mom has Pokemon that are stuffed animals. My dad has it as well. My grandma also has it as well. Her favorite Pokemon that she likes is Plusle and Minub, since these two Pokemon remind me of me and my twin sister. And of course, I have friends who like Pokemon as well. So, for example, when I was in high school, me and Eric, who was my high school friend, we used to trade Pokemon cards and trade on Pokemon Go, but we haven't seen each other for a while, and sadly, I haven't contacted him for a while as well because I know he works at a football stadium, which I'm not sure if he does or not since it's been a long time. But yeah, so I'm very happy that I have a huge Pokemon collection. So I collect Pokemon cards, figurines, and of course stuffed animals. My favorite Pokemon stuffed animals I like to collect is the Pokemon Sitting Cuties, Pokemon Fit plush. Like I'm a big fan of them. So I also have a Pokemon drawing on my wall. I have a Pikachu drawing that I got from a friend of mine. And of course, I have my bathroom all decorated in Pokemon stickers, and my desk is also decorated in Pokemon. So I've been a big Pokemon fan since 2008, and I'm currently 28 and I still love Pokemon. Like love Pokemon very 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 much. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Storytime with Checkers signing off. Bye guys.